5 migrant buses just arrived in New York City. And Governor Kathy Hochul, she's calling out the administration for their lack of, she calls it, ownership. Roll tape.
We really are looking for a federal response to this, to take ownership of a crisis, and we'll be there to help. But this belongs in the federal government.
David Bossie joins me now. Welcome back, David. Good to see you again.
Thanks for having me back.
I find what Kathy Hochul is saying is significant because now a governor of a deep blue state is questioning the White House about border policy. It's not quite a breakthrough, but I think this is some progress. What do you say?
It certainly is progress, but it's certainly not what this governor should be doing. She should be calling for the president and the Democrats to close the southern border, to secure the southern border and stop the problem where it begins. Instead, she's looking to really just move chairs around on the Titanic because she's worried about 200 people coming in on a bus, illegals showing up on a bus. Each day in New York. Well, you know, little Texas towns with 2,000-3,000 people have that every single hour, not once a day in a city of 10 million to be able to absorb it. She only cares because it's now in her backyard. And so I'm so glad that the courageous governors of Texas and Florida are sending folks up here to get the national attention it deserves.
Okay, it does now have national attention. That's a fact. This is for you, David. You've got an op-ed on FoxNews.com about Washington's Senate race. Is it possible that Democrat Patty Murray, if she's in trouble, could we see a Republican win a statewide election in Washington state?
You talk about a deep blue state. Yeah. That's Washington state. There hasn't had been a Republican since 1982, I believe. And so you have Joe Biden going to Oregon, but not Washington state because he is so unpopular there. He can't even go to Washington state, a deep blue state for the Democrats. This is a disaster in the making. Patty Murray is an entrenched career politician. Tiffany Smiley is a mom, a nurse, and somebody who fought for veterans and veterans' rights when her husband lost his sight in 2005 in a roadside bombing in Iraq. She has been a leader on that issue, courageously fighting the VA every single day for her husband and others. And I got to just tell you, this is a sleeper race, and I think this candidacy and Tiffany Smiley is going to surprise everyone on Election Day.
That's a big gap at the moment. You've got a 9-point gap at the moment from the poll I just put on the screen.
Yeah, and we're not believing the polls this year, Stuart, just so we're clear. Yeah. These guys, you know, they interfere with these polls. In my opinion, they're part of the problem here in America, our polling systems. You look at what they did to Donald Trump in 2020. Yeah. In Wisconsin, Trump's down 16 the day before the election, and he loses by 1. That's election interference by the polling companies, in my opinion, and by the networks.
Got it. David Bossie, welcome back. Good to see you again, sir. And I'm sure we'll see you again. Got it, David.